To add your product and create a listing on Amazon, click Catalog, then Add Products. If you're doing wholesale, dropship, or retail arbitrage, search for your product by typing in the product name, UPC, or ASIN. Then find your product, select if you're selling it new or used, and click Sell this product. If you're doing private label, click on I'm adding a product not sold on Amazon. The next step is to select a category to list your product in. You can either search for a category here or scroll down and select one from the list. If you're unsure which category you should sell in, a great way to find this out is by pulling up your competitors on Amazon and identifying what categories they're selling in. Here's a quick example. I pulled up 3 of my closest competitors and noticed they're all selling in the same category, pet supplies. This then breaks down into the following subcategories: pet supplies, dogs, litter and housebreaking, training pads and trays, and training pads. You'll see I have a few options here, and because our product is reusable, I'll select reusable pads. And now you can begin the process of creating your first listing. Under Vital Info, enter your product ID, and in most cases, this will be your UPC barcode. If you already have your barcode, then go ahead and enter it here. Then select UPC from the drop-down menu. Now, if you haven't already purchased your UPC barcode, I'm going to walk you through a very quick step-by-step overview of the process. First, visit gs1.org. At the top of the page, click Get Your Barcodes. Select your country, then click Get a Barcode. Next, scroll down and consider your 2 options. The first option is if you're starting small and only need a few barcodes. Each one will cost you $30, and you can buy as many as you'd like. Now, the second option is going to be better if you need more than just a few barcodes. As a general rule of thumb, if you need less than 8, stick with the first option. But if you're needing more than 8 barcodes or even anticipate needing more than 8 in the future, go with the second option for the best overall savings. Let's say you just need 1 barcode. Go ahead and click this button to begin adding it to your cart. From here, enter your brand name. And this is the name you want to share with your customers. And usually, this is different from your registered business name. For example, let's say my business name is Jake's Products LLC, and my brand name is Jake's Pet Supplies. Because the latter is the name I want my customers to see, that's the brand name I'll enter here. For the product description, this is the description you share with retailers, not the marketing description you share with shoppers. You want to include these 4 pieces of information: your brand name, type of product variation, and net contents. For example, Jake's Pet Supplies, dog pad, large 3-pack. Then click Add to Cart and Continue as New. This will bring you to a general checkout page, and once you fill out all your information, click Confirm Order. Next, you'll receive an email to create a password and sign in. After signing in, click Access GS1 Data Hub. Click Product, and then open it up. Now at the bottom, you'll see your G1012, also known as your UPC barcode. A quick note here: if you purchase the barcodes in bulk, you'll need to click Product and then Create. Enter a description and brand name like we mentioned earlier, and then click Save. Once the G10 button is activated, click Auto Assign G10. At the bottom, you'll see your G1012 or UPC barcode. Simply copy this code, go back to Seller Central, and paste it into the product ID field. Click the drop-down menu and select UPC. Now, if your product has multiple variations, you can actually skip this step and instead enter your UPC in the Variations tab. And don't worry, I'll show you how to create variations later on. And hey, if you're getting any value from this video so far, let us know by smashing that like button down below. Next up, under product name, this is where you create your title. Then enter your brand name. Now, if you're doing private label, the manufacturer will be the same as your brand name, so just copy that over. From here, go ahead and continue filling out the rest of this information highlighted in red. Make sure you don't miss anything, and once you're done, move on to the next tab and fill out each section that's also highlighted in red. If you need help strategizing how to create a strong title, bullet points, and product description, we have some great videos on this channel that you should watch right after this one. We'll link those videos for you up in the cards here and also down in the video description. Now, once you've entered all the vital information highlighted in red, you'll want to click this button up at the top to enable more attributes. This will populate additional tabs and sections within each tab. One tip I can't recommend enough is to take the time to fill out as much of this information as you possibly can. That's because when Amazon has more detailed information about your product, the algorithm is more likely to organically rank your product within search results. So Go through each tab and fill out all of the sections that apply to your product. And at any time, if you're not sure what something means, you can hover over the question mark icon for a brief description. But if that doesn't help answer your question, you can always leave us a comment down below and we'll do our best to give you an answer. Now it's time to upload your images. There are a few things to keep in mind here. First, make sure you open up and review Amazon's image guidelines. This will tell you what type of images you can upload, as well as the technical requirements that your files must meet. Second, keep in mind that you can upload a maximum of 9 images. However, on your listing, only the first 7 will appear in the main image block. If you upload more than 7 images, customers will have to click into one of the images to reveal the rest. Now, if you want to upload a video, you must first click Save and Finish, then back out and go to the main menu bar. Click Inventory, and then Upload and Manage Videos. Click Upload Video, insert your file, and give it a title. Next, enter your product ASIN and upload a thumbnail. However, one thing to keep in mind, if you want your video to appear in the main image block, you can only upload a maximum of 6 images. But if you do upload more than 6 images and you have a video, customers can still view it by clicking into one of the images to reveal the video. Just something to keep in mind. Okay, now, what about products that have multiple variations? If your product does, click the Variations tab. In this list, you'll see all the possible variations that you can set up, whether it be size, shape, number of items, and so on. One note here is that each category on Amazon has slightly different variation possibilities. For this category, we're given this particular list. However, if we were in a different category, this list might have different options. So just keep that in mind in case you aren't seeing the options that you're looking for, and you can always go back and select a slightly different category. For this example, let's say my product has multiple sizes. I'd select the size variation, type in large, and then click Add Variations. Down below, you'll need to enter a seller SKU. And this is something that you can just make up, but I'd highly recommend using something that's easy to identify. Next, enter your product IDs. And again, this will most likely be your UPC barcodes. After that, make sure to select UPC from the drop-down menu. Next, enter new as your condition unless you're selling used products. Lastly, enter your price. And if you're selling FBA, you can set the quantity to 0. Once you click Save Changes, your listings will now show up in Seller Central under Manage Inventory. Just keep in mind that your listings won't be active or public on Amazon until you send inventory into Amazon. And that's the next step you need to take. To ship your product into Amazon, you'll need to know how to create a shipping plan inside Seller Central. So make sure you watch this next video where I'll walk you through the entire process and how to avoid the common mistakes most beginners make. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. It's doing something. If you need help strategizing, got 11 minutes on my screen. Cool.